Right, why is it this corner? Why are you like this? I find pole work's quite funny. It can either make your horse look really amazing or make them look like they've got 3 legs. That was right on cue. That was exactly my point. Oh, don't go that bit. Oh God. Right. So it's been a little while since I have done one of these, kind of a little bit of a day in the life, maybe half a day in the life probably. So what I wanted to do today was a simple kind of pole work lunging exercise with everyone. Now, I don't like to overuse lunging. It's not something I like to do a lot of, but I'm a little bit short on time today. So I thought that would be the next best thing. Get your bum out the way, Nova. Would be to do something with them that won't take too long, basically, but it's still of benefit. That's the main thing. So I'm gonna go and set up the poles now, and then we shall get started with the ponies, see how many we can get through. I don't think I will get all 8 of them done, but we'll see. So I have a set of 5 trot poles in a fan, obviously on the circle. So they are in the middle, walked out for 4 steps, there or thereabouts. So obviously the beauty with the fan is that depending on how big or small I have them on the circle depends on the stride length. Obviously that goes for ridden work as well, and the fact that I've got quite a few different sized ponies, this is quite useful because it means I don't have to change things. I'm a bit thingy about changing trot pole lengths anyway, unless they are drastically wrong. So I'm just going to actually pull these out a little bit, because the whole point is they might need to shorten and lengthen sometimes. From a real world point of view, I always say in like lessons and stuff, tree branches and stuff like that out on hacks aren't going to be spaced out. So they need to be able to kind of sort themselves out a little bit. But obviously we don't want them to be dangerous or too bad. So having them set up like this means that, you know, I can kind of chop and change the distance that they are traveling. And then on this side, we just have some really simple canter poles on a slight curve. Nice and easy, same sort of thing. They are strided out for the little ones at the moment. If I get round to doing the bigger 2, then I'll maybe move them slightly. I feel a little bit different with the canter poles because it is harder for them at the moment to shorten and lengthen. So I just want to make it easy. And then I've just got on the side 2 kind of poles to make sure I don't cut the corners too much with them for the canter work. So obviously they need to have a reasonable line into those poles to make sure that it's all good. So yeah, nice and easy. I've set them up on 2 separate circles, as you can see, because I don't like to stay in one place. When I'm lunging, you will see that I move around a lot. I don't like this whole stay in one place and they have to stay on whatever size circle for, I don't know, sometimes 20 minutes. I don't think that's, well, we know it's not good. It's not good for their joints. So having 2 sets of poles set up is A, easier from time point of view. You don't have to change things after you've done one, and B, it encourages you to kind of move them around a little bit, which I am all for. Now, so you could do these with long range. You don't have to do them just on the one line. I'm just using the one line today because I'm being a little bit lazy, and I'm literally just going to grab them all one at a time from over there and bring them in. Because like I said, I haven't got much time. This for me is kind of the lazy man's lunging sessions. I would prefer to long rein for the most part, because then, like I said, you can do changes of rein, you can do straight lines for a bit longer. You don't have to stay on the circle too much, but as long as you're moving around, I think with a lunging, I don't mind so much. Who's first? Oh, no, not you. So it's been a while since some of these have actually been lunged, so some might be a little bit exuberant, but in short, realistically, whoa, it's all right. I want them to walk away from me, not bugger off like you see a lot of the time. And I do actually want them to walk for a little bit. Like I say, ideally, it's not always an ideal world, and some of them will be a little bit more fresh than the others. So I'm just letting her pick her way through and walk at the moment. And I'm just gonna wander down and get a little bit more central to my circle. Whoa, walk. Good girl. I don't mind a little bit of jiggy jogging, but really, I just want her to trot when I tell her to. So we'll have a little warm up in walk, and then we'll get using the poles a bit more. Good girl. Oh, nice. A little change of rein. Walk, walk. So I like to give them a little walk each way before we start trotting. Try not to fall over my lunge line. Be a bit of a rookie error, wouldn't it? No, but you have to do that right there. So Dusty's probably got the shortest stride. So we'll see how she copes. Go this side a little bit. That's cheating. You big cheater. Good girl. Okay, let's try him in trot then. Nova. Moment of truth. Good girl. Well, he's a bit hard, aren't they? So obviously the fan's quite tight, and I've kind of done that intentionally to an extent to kind of help with a little bit of bending. You are so rubbish at poles, Dusty. But it does mean I have to have them on a slightly smaller circle, which isn't a bad thing. Good, better. As long as you kind of then let them back out a bit. You know, it's like doing a 20 metre down to a 15, down to a 10 metre when you're schooling, which is a good exercise. That's better, good girl. So the last one is a bit tricky, isn't it? So I don't want to do loads of this anyway. Good girl. I think I need to bring her in at a slightly different angle. Nova, Nova. I bring her out a little bit. Oh. Yeah, that's better. Good girl. But yeah, Dusty kind of struggles with stretching. She's got quite a choppy, almost cobby stride. So trying to get her over the longer bits, you can see she struggles quite a bit with that. Good girl. Good. Good. She gets the first one okay and then just kind of hobbles her way through the rest. So this is quite good for her actually, because she needs to kind of learn to open up a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to go for a little bit of a wander. Like I said, try not to stick on the circle for too long. Ow. Walk. Good girl. And have some breaks in between. Obviously my lot aren't really very fit, so I don't want to be, well, she thinks otherwise, obviously. That wasn't the plan. Ooh. Good girl. So have a little walk and then we'll change rein. So I'm just going to actually pull these out a little bit so that I can move them up slightly. So like I said earlier, I'm not necessarily changing the striding. What I want to do is just open it up a little bit more to make it a bit easier, because if she's struggling, and to be honest the others are as well, so it's still in a fan shape. I've just pulled the ends apart slightly. And like I said, yeah, the striding's kind of irrelevant. The ones will be roughly the same. Just roll that one in a little bit. Right, let's try that instead. So I'll let her have a little walk over them again to start with. Good girl. Good. Ow. We are going to do that, but when I say trot, trot, as if you don't want to go now, trot on. That's a bit better. Oh, so exciting. Woo-hoo, trot. Good. Okay, so that was better. This is why I wanted to do her first as well, because she's kind of the guinea pig. That wasn't so great. Ooh, it's okay. Ooh, you frightened the horses on the road. It's okay. We're just frightening the locals. Right, now you're not concentrating again. Now they're a bit long. But especially for her, who is more the endurance pony. Good girl. She needs to be quite adjustable to get us out of trouble sometimes. Good, that's better. So although she's still a bit choppy, good girl. She is starting to lengthen her stride slightly. And you can tell they've not done poles for a long time because she's not doing very well. Right, again, we're going to go for a little trot up the long side. Steady, trot, 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 trot. There's a big drop. Okay, just come around in front. Good girl. So yeah, if you've got a full size arena that you're lunging rather than a lunge pen or something, then I think it is worth moving around, giving them little breaks in between. Obviously we stay on the poles for a little bit. Trot. Brr. They are not canter poles, Dusty. Yeah, we stay on the poles for a little bit and then we go for a little bit of a change of scenery, as it were. Better. So she's a bit fast in her trot. I don't really want her this fast, but she is starting to let go a little bit and she's not kind of giving you that big knee action as much. One more. Good. And she just struggles with the bend coming out of it. So you might have to compromise on things. Can't have it all. Let's try one more. I'm going to try and keep the bend as well. Yay! Ow. Good girl. Good. You did it. Let's have a little play with our canter poles then. God, everything is so much more hard work when you have a camera. Sorry, Dusty. Let's plonk that there. So, like you can see, short and sweet. I don't want to do loads because, like I said, they're not fit. This is just a little kind of session to tick them over, kind of try and get me back into things as well. So I'm going to start without the poles. Well, actually no, she can trot over them, but when we have our first little canter transition in a minute, well, she's already had a couple, but our first proper canter transition that I've asked for, right, steady. Good girl. I will leave the poles out. And canter. Oh, gallop. Are we a bit fresh? And that's why I wanted to leave the poles out to begin with. Oh, he's so excited. Right, and whoa, trot. Let's do that again. Canter. Oh my goodness. Right, good. So she's got quite a long canter anyway. Let's see if she can sort herself out. Oh, good girl. Just a bit exciting. I have done the canter poles down in the more exciting corner of the arena, which was probably a mistake, but there we are. Steady. Canter. Oh, that was different. Okay, I thought I'd ask her going into them then, but obviously that didn't quite work. I don't know if you'd have seen that. Okay. Steady. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you rush. I'm just going to get a little bit closer. So having the poles on the outside for her actually, no, is making the circle a little bit too big that we can't then contain the speed. So I'm actually going to kind of ignore those for the moment, or at least ignore one of them. Right, steady, let's trot. Whoa, good. Steady. That was better, good girl. And I don't mind that she broke afterwards because it was a little bit more contained. Steady, right, canter. She finds that really hard. Okay, we'll do one more this way. Oh, just get on the right leg. Steady. Now, even when we're riding, she is one of those that does get a bit drawn out in the canter, in the transition, unless she is absolutely buzzing, and then it's nice and easy for her. So, you know, from a schooling point of view, that is something we need to work with. It's not been a big issue with the endurance. Canter. Good girl, right, steady. No. Let's do a proper one. Canter. Why are you thinking big trot? We haven't done any of that today, right? Steady. Okay. Keep the canter, keep the canter. Good, steady. So you can see she's quite flat. Yay, that one was better. And whoa. Okay, let's go the other way. I'm trying to think which way's her better rein. And walk, I haven't asked you yet. Trot. So again, I'm just gonna let her trot over them first. Let's get established. Good girl. We'll go for a canter without the poles. Canter. No. Right, that's going to be our homework, isn't it? Canter. Good girl. Maybe a bit better this way? We shall see. Oh my goodness. Now this exercise I might not do with all of them for the obvious reasons. Yay, that's a bit better. You need to shorten your stride a bit. I'm not changing those poles. Okay, and canter. Good. Okay, out you go, 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 good girl. So although they look like they're a bit short, it's because she's long, not the other way around. Steady. And she needs to kind of sort herself out a little bit. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh, I might not do it with the other ones for the obvious reasons. She's one of the, oh, that could have been perfect. Yay, and whoa. Whoa, good girl. Trot, trot. Let's go for a stretch. Yeah, she's one of the more fitter and more advanced, you know what I mean. She's done a little bit more and she's a bit more established than some of them. And obviously she found that quite difficult. I won't necessarily subject the others to it. We'll see. Good girl. But that is all I want to do. And now you've seen the plan of what we want to do. You come in? Yes, you can come in this time. Come on. Good girl. But yeah, now you've seen the plan of what the intentions are. I'm gonna rock it through with the rest of them because otherwise this will be a very long, boring video. Hey, you can go back out now. Have a little walk first, though, won't we? It's all right, come on. God, it's been a while since you've done poles, isn't it? Come on, chop, chop. You lazy boy today. Oh my goodness. Keep going. I forgot how much of a nuisance you are to lunch. Oh, not you knocking the camera over today, it's me. Best laid plans and all that. Right, that should be a little bit better. Good lad. Trot, 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 trot. Yay, that's better, good boy. Yay, good boy. And another long side. Go, go. So close. Good boy. That was better though. It's just that little bit straight and stairs. Let's come around on a slightly smaller circle. Trot on. Come on. You weren't even trying. Good, good, good. That was a bit better. But it's now more of a race of not so much if I'll get everyone done, but if I can get everyone done before all the cameras run out, which is probably no. Go on then. Oh, what is that canter? Oh my God, that was so hard. Good boy. You did that better than Dusty. God, you're so stiff this side. So stiff. So yeah, you can see he is completely looking to the outside in this canter, and he brings the quarters in. So that's making the poles, good boy, quite difficult, but give him his due, he's trying. Let's do one more. Oh, good boy, good try. I am sweating. Good boy, have a little break. It's actually quite nice for me to see this as well, because obviously like Sunny's coming back into work. So when I start riding him, obviously we wouldn't be doing canter work for a while, but I know already then that, okay, actually his right rein canter is really stiff. So his right rein trot's probably gonna be a little bit stiffer than it looks as well to ride. So I know all the lateral work and stuff that I need to do to kind of fix that. I think this always was his better rein anyway. Trot over them. Oh, so bad. I find pole work's quite funny. It can either make your horse look really amazing or make them look like they've got 3 legs. That was right on cue. That was exactly my point. So it'll be interesting to see what the canter's like this way. No. Keep the canter going then now, if you're going to spook. Canter. So I think this way he overflexes, which makes sense. Canter, canter, canter. Yay, good boy. See, he's not got bad canter. It's just a bit flat. Good boy, that's okay. Canter. I know. This isn't your forte, is it, buddy? Go, go, go. You've broken that pole. Doesn't matter. His transitions are a bit better than Dusty's. Canter. Good boy. And walk. Steady. Oh my God, I've only done 2. I'm knackered. All right, good boy. Walk in. Well done. So, whilst I warm Georgia up, you'll see with all of them, I always just lunge in a head collar. I do also like lunging in a cavesson, however, it's really hard to find little ones to fit properly, to be honest. God, they're gonna be really long for you. You're just gonna have to cope. Yeah, I don't like lunging off a bridle. It puts pressure in places it shouldn't do. And yeah, I just don't think, especially when they might be a little bit fresh or maybe even just they're a bit strong or whatever, you shouldn't really be hanging off of that on the side, however you attach it. Like I've played around with lots of different ways to attach a line to a bit, and I just don't think any of them really are suitable, in my opinion. So I always go for a head collar, or as I said, a cavesson, anything like that. You know, head collars aren't ideal either, cavessons aren't ideal either, but unless you are, you know, free schooling or whatever, or you're doing round penning or reverse round penning, then you need to have some sort of attachment. So yeah, that is my option. See, I don't use gadgets either. The most I would use is a surcingle with a tail bandage or similar around the back end. I don't use anything front end because that's just not for me, basically. Georgia, you are leaning a lot today. You're gonna, oh, good girl. They're a little bit long, aren't they? I'm not faffing around changing lots. I know I have actually changed them twice, but that's slightly different. I've made the angle a bit too steep, so it was almost impossible. Right, stop drifting through your shoulder. No, come on. You are the lazy one, aren't you? Or one of the lazy ones. Good. Keep going. Good girl. So she's leaning quite heavily through the outside. I can feel that. Now, obviously, I don't ride Georgia. She's a little bit on the small side. And although she's about the same size as Dusty, she's not quite as substantial. She's actually smaller in other ways, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't really ride her, but I clearly need to do some work with her. Yeah, she is just completely leaning on the outside. Nova, for goodness sake. A couple more, then we'll go for a long side. Come on. So if I let her go, so she just completely looks left. So that's not good. So they're all doing about between 15 and 20 minutes each, which is more than enough. Good girl. Ooh, and whoa. She's very good at stopping us, Georgia. So yeah, we'll see what this other side's like, seeing as you want to just drag me that way. Okay? And that's where a cavesson as well, I find just swings. Unless you have them done up super duper tight, which obviously you don't want to do, a cavesson when she's pulling like that just twists around. So it's one of those things you can't do right for doing wrong. You just have to do what you think's best. And for me, I mean, a head collar swings as well, but she may lunge better in a cavesson because it's a different direction, good girl, of pressure. And it might help her on that right rein. But I don't have one in teeny tiny pony size, so we have to make do. Yeah, she's already, like, I mean, look at the loop in the lunge line. So she's much more supple this way. You can just go for a nice jolly jaunt with her this way. And she keeps a nice smooth curve. So she's very asymmetrical. So that is something we need to work on. Nova, watch out. Nova, this way. Look, look. Oh my God, dog. Sorry, Georgia, I didn't want you to run the dog over, so. Now with her, actually, I might add in some transitions. So we'll trot over these. Trot, we will trot over these and walk. Good. And trot. Good. And I should have done this for the other two as well, realistically, but there we are. Let's ignore the poles for the minute. Trot, trot. Trot, trot. And walk. Good. Walk on. Walk. Trot. She is one of the better ones for the stopping. Walk. Good. Walk on. And trot. But yeah, this is good to do with all of them. Even just in your normal lunge sessions, I like to try and put Lots and lots of transitions in, not just walk, trot, canter, change rein, walk, trot, canter, done. And whoa, what a good girl. Should we go and try these canter poles then? Now obviously I'm kind of doing this a bit more, let's trot and then let's come and canter, even though I just said about transitions, but that's because of purely for the fact of moving the cameras. So if I was doing this on a normal day, I would do a couple of trot poles, then I'd do a bit canter, go back down, like I'd move around a little bit more, but I can't do that when I'm on my own filming. Go, 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 brrr, brrr, go. Okay, let's try a canter. Canter, brrr. Good girl. Oh, that's hard work, isn't it? This could be interesting. Oh, don't you start. We are running out of stuff quick. You. We have lost the GoPro, which means I need to move this camera again. Nothing's ever easy. Good girl. Oh my God, that's so hard. Yay, good girl. That was lovely. Ooh, oh God, the other way is going to be horrendous. Good girl. Canter? No, sorry, yeah, I shouldn't have asked you then, should I? Let's actually set you up right. Canter? Okay, that wasn't... that wasn't part of the plan, but we'll take it. Canter? Right, why is it this corner? Right, come round. Do that again. No. Oh, look at you. You little tart. Do the canter again, quietly. Brr, canter. Canter. Oh my God, Georgia. Why are you like this? Steady. You're meant to be the easy one. Stupid camera. Let's try this all a little bit more calm again. I'm going to canter you in a different corner. Canter, canter. It's going to end up being the same corner. Steady. Good girl. Better. Brr, canter, canter. Good. Trot. Whoa. Good girl. Oh, bless her. Even though she's being a bit wild, she is actually still listening. You're a 0 to 100 pony, aren't you? You're a half-dead donkey and then you're a mounted games pony. Good. Okay, good girl. Well done. You're meant to be the quiet one. Hey? Crazy. Let's see what your sister's got to say about that. Right, Beanie. Let's go. Round 4. Look, I know it's been a while since you've been lunged. Well, right, so this is what I was saying earlier. I don't want this. I didn't ask her to trot, so I'm just going to make the circle a little bit smaller. Whoa. So she walks, then release. You can't go to the gate. So I certainly used to not care about walking on the lunge, and I would just, you know, let them go, especially if it meant they went out on a circle. It is hard to teach them to walk to start with on a circle on the lunge, like for the very first few times, but they can pick it up. You know, the lunge isn't necessarily a time just to wang round, so I like to kind of be very mindful that they have to walk to start with, especially because sometimes you might need to do a riding lunge lesson for whatever reason. Like I've done it on more established horses to sort things as well, so it's not just a baby thing. And if their initial thing is to wang off in trot or even in canter as soon as you let them out in the circle, that's not going to be very helpful. So, and like Georgia, I like to teach the halt as well. Not all of them know it yet, I think. I can't remember. But I don't like them to turn in unless I've asked them to come to me. So yeah, those are just little things that I like to do and I think are kind of good habits to form on the lunge, but each to their own. Time for some trot. Come on, trot on. Good girl. See what you make of these. No, we're not going to the gate. Look, you don't have to do much. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Good. Oh, it's typical. You're doing them the nicest and we haven't got the other camera. And walk. Good. We got brakes. And trot. Good girl. Nova, what have you found now? Nova, stop. Wait, stop it. Good girl. Whoop. Great. Big hole I'm gonna have to cover in. Ah, steady. Don't get too fast. Ignore the dog being stupid. Good girl. Slightly smaller circle. Keep going. We're not doing them yet. Good. Good girl. Yeah, good. Walk. This will be a hard one. And walk. Good girl. Well done. And trot. Brrr, trot. Good. Drifting through your right hind leg. Walk. Good girl. Right. We'll try your canter work as well. You've done very well. Now, I know, walk on, walk. That beanie has an enormous canter. We're not stopping for a snack. Walk on, come on, we're not finished. So this might be quite difficult for her. Well, it will be difficult, so we shall see. We'll see whether we do the poles or not. We'll give them a go anyway. Because a canter is so big, the poles should help her start to think about shortening it, in theory. Good girl. That's so exciting. Canter, canter. What is wrong with everyone today? Canter. Good. Nova. Oh, God. Good girl, Beanie. Canter. Good girl. No. Oh, you could have had that. Good. And that went for luck. Oh, right, we need brakes. Oh, don't really. Keep trotting. Want you just running around like a headless chicken. And can. Oh, good. Trot on, trot on, trot on. Steady. It's very easy to wind up, this one. Good. You keep trotting over. That's it. No, I wish you go back to mice hunting. I'm actually not going to do any more with her, canter-wise, because she's gotten very excited. So I'm going to work on calming her back down. Trot, 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 trot. Good. Trot. Good girl. It's almost like you heard me. Good girl. I think she's got such a big, powerful canter that she gets away from herself sometimes. And obviously not being able to, or being stuck on a circle a little bit isn't ideal. I think she's one of those, actually her canter work needs to be under saddle, which is fine, we can do that. Walk, good. And again, like Georgia, although she's a little bit spicy, she is actually still listening. Walk, good girl. And walk. Yeah, see, I knew you knew that. You had me on at the start. Good girl. I haven't got any sweeties though. Come on then. So yeah, she's a bit wild child today. So I know I haven't obviously done the other way, but that is where we shall leave it. Because there's no point widening her out. I want to finish on a good note, which we have, haven't we? So very annoyingly, my cameras have died. I've just managed to put the old battery in this for I don't know how long. So I've got a little bit of Charlie on the GoPro doing his bit because I've got no idea how much the other camera got.
So we messed up.
They've they've all been very good. I am going to do the other 3 now, but obviously I won't get any videos of them. I'll do exactly the same. My phone storage is also full, but yeah, you get the idea. It's nice and easy. It's hopefully given a bit of motivation for me to maybe ride at some point soon. So yeah, we shall see you soon.